Well, I gotta get this all fixed. There we go. Alright, Reus1030. I'm pretty sure nobody's watching this, but that's okay. Um, so I haven't done a video in a while. Reason being, life got busy. We got some chickens. I had some bees. They swarmed twice on me. The second time it stuck and they stayed gone. However, I plan on getting more bees. Been growing tomatoes in this little greenhouse my lovely wife had gotten me. These are black Krim tomatoes. I also have some jalapeno peppers, which most of them are already in the second garden. I have some wax jamboos in here. It kind of looks like a pear, but tastes like an apple. Um, Over here, I have some cucumbers and some squash. Actually, those are zucchini. And I have some beautiful globe basil. Smells really good. Okay, so this video is pretty much telling you guys what I've been up to. I've been going to school for Master Gardener's course in West Palm Beach, and I'm learning a lot. Sometimes I learn things that really annoy me, but it is what it is. I am also looking into herbal remedies and looking at the process and the difference between tinctures and making oils and that sort of thing. Because, you know, I believe that if you're going to have medicine is one thing, but having medicine in your garden is a whole different ball game. Because, you know, during a hurricane, I can't just run down to the store and grab NyQuil or whatever. Or, you know, during a bad storm or something's going on, I have it on site as a backup. Right now, all the palms are starting to flower, and there's bees everywhere, so if you stand under the palms, you'll hear them buzzing. If I had a couple frames of brood, I could probably catch a swarm, but I don't have a couple frames of brood, and so I gotta wait. What else do I got going on? Let's see here. I cloned my peach tree successfully, and I gave the clone to my neighbor. Peach tree's doing pretty good. I got blackberries. They're pretty delicious too. My goji berry has been flowering like crazy. I got a few gojis on it. My Barbados cherry, however, it's flowered, but it's also I don't think there's any fruit on it. I think you got picked bare or, you know, pest or disease. But it's still growing fine. There's really just the beetles that have been eating the leaves. Let's see here. I got a new banana plant from my neighbor. That was pretty cool of them. We got chickens. Yeah, they got big. We put them out in the pen. I have to build a bigger enclosure for them. If you guys see me looking off the camera, I'm actually looking at all these ants that are running around and getting ready to shower them with some diatomaceous earth. But anywho, chickens are doing good. They're getting big. They should be laying eggs any minute now. I got to get the bigger pen covered up with some chicken wire because the hawks down here will just devastate them. Great coffee cup. Good friend of mine and a former Army chief of mine, she went to Paloma, California and got this for me, which was really cool. She went to the Petaluma seed bank, and I gotta tell you guys, just seeing it was amazing from a video. I couldn't imagine being there. It was pretty cool. And yes, I get excited about things like that. I know I'm a weirdo. So, yeah, I've been pretty much just trying to grow everything I can and keep it in the greenhouse. And we're going to see how well it grows in here. Kind of a little experiment. And I notice I'm getting some blossom drop. That ain't good. I got to get some Epsom salt on there stop that. Stop that real quick. I don't want to drop this one blossom. Tomatoes will form a multi-blossom flower, and usually that's going to be a pretty big tomato. And I have like 2 of those on these plants, and I'm trying to really get the biggest tomato I can off of these because they're black prims. But they seem to be doing pretty well. This little greenhouse, I'm thinking about putting up a homemade swamp cooler, if you will. A bucket of water, a piece of burlap with a fan behind it, kind of to give it some cooling effect. And over here, as you guys can see, let me move this camera. Those right there, I'm going to be putting lettuce in them. And I'm going to run them with an aerating solar aerator. So this should be interesting. I think I can grow a lot of food in here. I'm just messing around with the tomatoes. They've been doing pretty good so far. I've got no pest, hardly any disease. And down here, that's your biggest issue whenever you're growing anything, is the worms and the beetles and all the critters that come out and they want to lay eggs on your plants. So in here, I can control the environment. Yes, I know the door's open behind me and things can get in here. However, it's only usually in the evening that you'll get moths and things like that. So as long as I keep it closed up, it'll be okay. I have been composting a lot. Right now I'm using a mix of horse manure, kitchen scraps, a lot of coffee grinds. I drink a lot of coffee. I know it's probably bad for me. And a lot of eggshells. We eat a lot of eggs. So the compost is it's pretty good right now. And I just planted a bunch of onions, and I planted some pepper plants that were about this big or bigger. Some of them were like this big, so you know. But a lot of diverse life in this soil that I'm making. It's very organic. I'm trying to stay as organic as possible, but that ain't always an easy thing to do. However, the good thing is if I do get a pest in here, I can release a biological, you know, a lady beetle or something like that, a biological beneficial bug that will eat whatever I want to eat. So that's another thing that I'm looking into, is getting some ladybugs, probably starting a worm farm. I'm just trying to make the soil as rich as possible, because whenever these plants all die, this soil is going back into compost, and I work it all in again, so all life gets back into the soil. I believe that if you put enough beneficial things in place, then you'll get benefactors of those things, like flowers. I grow a lot of cosmos around my property, mainly because I want to bring in the wasp, and I want to bring in the butterflies and things like that. I'm actually starting to grow a lot more flowers, because flowers are just good for everything. And I have a lot more to plant too, a lot more. But yeah, school's been interesting. We've been learning a lot. I realize I do need to start fertilizing my yard and my palms and things like that. And yes, it can be expensive, but it takes palms a long time to uptake that fertilizer. So it ain't going to be like I fertilize them and it's instant. It's going to be months down the road, 3 to 5 months. So I'm sure I'll see it over time. But I have a lot of weeds in my yard, and I don't want to use weed and feed. And I'm, like I said, I like to think of myself as a naturalist whenever it comes to gardening. I don't like to get too technical with it. I know how to do hydroponics with the synthesized fertilizer and all that, but it's expensive, it's time consuming, and you have to be on point. One wrong thing, you'll lose everything. So this seems to be a pretty good system I got going on here. Everything seems to like it. Still waiting for a few trees to come around. My guava got eaten down to the nubs. It got sick. I think we're missing a nitrogen element, probably some phosphorus. So I got to get that fed, and my loquat over there seems to be doing good behind me. That's a loquat tree. Um, and I have two, hold on, I have two avocados that I actually left outside here. Look at that. Okay, I guess I did leave them outside. Oh, I know where they're at. The back part of the garden. Darn it. Oh well. But I got a couple avocado trees too that I grafted. One made it, one did not. So that's an interest. I'll be doing a few other things. I'm going to try some lettuce and some kohlrabi and things like that, and try to make as much food as possible grow in this small of a space. We'll see what happens, because I know I can only do so much in here, but a few of these plants are leaving, so it don't really matter. And I'll go from there. So that's my video. That's what's been going on. I just wanted to post this so you guys know, and it ain't such a shock where I've been, because you know I have 0 viewers and 0 likes right now, so it's okay. I doubt anybody will see this video, but if you see it, you see it. Good to go. I'm gonna go and do more gardening. Alright guys, later.